Have you ever wondered about the current state of Sino-Indian border relations? It's a tale of two nations entwined in an ongoing conflict, with a narrative deeply embedded in their strategic border infrastructure. The border, a ribbon of contested land, hosts a large number of troops from both India and China. It's a formidable theater of tension and a testament to the geopolitical complexity of the region. China, with its advanced infrastructure capabilities, holds a strategic advantage. Their sophisticated road networks, rail links, and logistic depots are like arteries pumping life into their military presence along the border. This infrastructural prowess is a significant factor in the dynamic of the Sino-Indian border relations. India, on the other hand, finds itself in a race to match up. The stakes are high and the terrain is challenging. The country is focusing on bolstering its border infrastructure, a commitment reflected in its strategic initiatives and defense planning. So, how has India responded to China's advanced infrastructure? Let's dive into the Indian Defense Ministry's year-end review of 2023. The Indian Defense Ministry's year-end review for 2023 doesn't mention China specifically, but it does emphasize on the construction of border infrastructure along the India-China border. In the wake of ongoing bilateral tensions, the Indian Defense Ministry is making strategic leaps in bolstering its border infrastructure. The year-end review for 2023 paints a vivid picture of India's defense production, major acquisitions, and above all, an intensified focus on border infrastructure. A key player in this grand scheme is the Border Roads Organization, or BRO, a name that has become synonymous with India's infrastructural resilience. The organization has been spearheading a staggering 118 projects across the country. These projects encompass a wide range of infrastructure development, from the construction of tunnels and bridges to the laying of roads and airfields. The BRO's efforts are not just about numbers, but about strategic positioning and enhancing India's operational capabilities along the border. One such project that stands out is the Shinku-La Tunnel in Ladakh. This tunnel, once completed, will provide an all-weather connectivity to the region, a vital asset in the rugged terrains of Ladakh. Another noteworthy project is the Sela Tunnel in Arunachal Pradesh, a state that shares a significant portion of its border with China. In an attempt to reach out to the remotest parts of the country, the government has also set up telemedicine nodes, bringing healthcare to the doorstep of those living in these far-flung areas. Furthermore, the government has approved the construction of 4 roads in Arunachal Pradesh, boosting connectivity in this strategically important state. It's worth noting that the BRO's budget has seen a significant surge, a clear reflection of the government's commitment to infrastructure development in response to the India-China conflict. The BRO has completed 601 kilometers of roads during the year, including critical roads along the India-China border, but that's not all. The Indian government is not just focusing on the present, but also the future of Sino-Indian border infrastructure. To match pace with the rapid infrastructural development on the Chinese side, India's Border Roads Organization, or BRO, has been spearheading a series of ambitious projects across the nation's frontier. The government's focus on strategic border infrastructure is evident in the recent approval for the construction of 4 critical roads in Arunachal Pradesh, a state that shares a significant stretch of border with China. But the government's vision doesn't stop at roads. To ensure the well-being of the troops stationed in these remote areas, telemedicine nodes are being set up. This innovative solution brings quality healthcare to the doorstep of soldiers, bridging the gap between the harsh terrain and medical facilities. In a bid to bolster connectivity in these challenging terrains, the BRO is currently working on 20 tunnels across the border regions. Notably among these are the Shinku-La Tunnel in Ladakh and the Sela Tunnel in Arunachal Pradesh. These tunnels will not only enhance all-weather connectivity, but also significantly reduce the distance to the border areas, providing a strategic edge to India's defense forces. Reflecting the government's steadfast commitment to fortifying the nation's border infrastructure, there has been a significant increase in the budget allocated to the BRO. This increased funding will accelerate the pace of infrastructure development, allowing India to match up to China's advanced capabilities in road networks, rail links, and logistic depots. As we can see, India is doubling down on its efforts regarding strategic border infrastructure, given the state of bilateral relations with China. With these developments, the future of Sino-Indian border infrastructure appears to be on a trajectory of rapid advancement and strategic positioning. To quickly recap what we've discussed today, the Sino-Indian border relations are in a tense state, with both nations deploying significant troops. The Indian Defence Ministry's year-end review for 2023 highlighted the country's focus on defence production, acquisitions, and most notably, border infrastructure. With China's advanced capabilities, India is pushing hard to level the playing field. The Border Roads Organization is leading this charge with 118 projects, including the construction of tunnels, bridges, roads, and airfields. The future holds continued development in these areas, with a significant budget increase reflecting this priority. This has been a look at the Sino-Indian border infrastructure in the Indian Defence Ministry's year-end review. Stay informed and stay vigilant.